Hi, I'm Lisa Hayden with Central Kentucky TV, community focus on Washington County. Today, our first guest is Nancy Hale.
Nice to be here.
Welcome, Nancy.
Thank you.
Nancy was recently honored at the Business and Professional Women's Club breakfast the past week, and our annual breakfast where we honor the 2015 Woman of Achievement. And that is you, Nancy.
Thank you. Nice
And I'm just going to read, Nancy, about what the Woman of Achievement is. This individual is chosen for dedication to her career, leadership, and initiative displayed on the job, professional achievements, and impact and influence on others. So, Nancy, you're going to have to tell me about that.
Okay. Well, currently I work as a physician assistant for the past 16 years. I work with Dr. Taylor, Don Taylor, here in Springfield. I've only been there about a year. I also work in Bardstown at Bardstown Ambulatory Care, which is now Kentucky One Health. I've been there for many years. With my job, I really enjoy it, so that makes it that much easier to be a woman of achievement. I have done previous jobs, not associated with medicine also, but I've been an X-ray tech before, nuclear medicine, mammography. But I really enjoy this aspect of taking care of patients, and really feel grateful that I was honored by the BPW, and I want to thank all the BPW also for all their input and what they do for our community, and just really am flattered.
Well, Nancy, I can remember when you were in school studying to become a physician assistant, and as you said, your career has always been in the medical field. You're the daughter of
Betty and Freddie White,
right,
here in Springfield.
of Springfield, grew up here,
Yeah.
and you were white, and you have how many siblings?
I have 3 brothers and 3 sisters, and most of them live around here close.
Yeah,
They all are pretty close except for one, and he's in Paducah.
yeah.
So, yeah, we.
Well, you all have always been involved in the community here.
Yeah, St. Dominic has been a big aspect for all of us. We all grew up, at St. Dominic and then Washington County High. Always been in the community. Really enjoy Springfield, being our hometown. Nice, small community.
And you married a Washington County fella.
Yes, I'm married to Joe Hale. He's from Willisburg, and I have 2 children, Aaron and Andrea. Aaron currently works at Caverdale Farms in Danville, and Andrea also is a PA. She works with me at Bardstown Ambulatory Care.
Yeah, now isn't that nice?
Yes, I enjoy her.
Mother-daughter relationship, working together. Yeah. And, well, Nancy, everyone in Springfield and Washington County has always talked about going to see Nancy. If they were sick, they just say, well, I'm going to make an appointment with Nancy. And because you've always been so available and always so helpful, and I know myself, I have, when you were working over at the doctor's office in Lebanon, and I had to call on you one day, and of course I thought it was an emergency. And but you've got such a good manner about you, and you make people feel at ease, and I know your patients love you.
Oh, that's nice. I appreciate that.
Yes.
But again, I enjoy it, and makes it a lot easier to do your job.
Yeah. And so, of course, while you were working and going to school, you were also raising 2 children.
My husband, he was magnificent during that time. He, he helped with the kids. They were small, and he, you know, he just kind of took over for me and helped and let me study when I needed to. And, you know, without him, I couldn't have finished school.
Yeah.
Couldn't. And of course, all my family helped too.
Mm-hmm. Mm-hmm.
My mom and dad at that time, and all my brothers and sisters.
Yeah.
Everybody chipped in and helped, but mainly my husband.
Yeah. Well, that's very important. You had a supportive husband,
Yes.
but you also had the initiative to do that and to complete that, and I think that's one of the reasons that you've been honored with the Woman of Achievement, because needless to say, regardless of all the help, your motivation and your devotion at a time, really, Nancy, when there weren't many women, it was a pretty new field, actually.
Yes, it's been around for a long time, but just in the past probably 10 or 15 years, it's really, you know, it's come alive. And there's a lot of PAs and nurse practitioners now.
Mm-hmm.
And in Washington and Marion County, we have them, which is great.
Yeah. Well, we have a shortage of
Yes,
doctors.
We do, and we need the PAs and NPs.
Yeah.
Yeah.
So now, the schooling required what?
It's a 3-year program now. It's a you receive your bachelor's and then you receive your master's. But yeah, it's an intensive program. It's you know, morning till night, and you do a lot of rotations with different doctors in the area, and it's a lot of drilling.
Where was it that you attended school?
I went to U of L for my bachelor's degree in nuclear medicine, and then I went to UK for my bachelor's in physician assistant.
Okay.
Finished the program there.
Yeah.
Yeah.
So then, and how many years have you been practicing?
16.
Gosh.
Yeah, it's flown by.
Yes.
Yes, it's flown by.
And so what can a physician assistant do? What?
Actually, we can do almost everything a physician does. We cannot prescribe narcotics, which is something we're trying to work on. But with the regulations right now and all the abuse of narcotics, right now physician's assistants cannot do that.
Okay.
We can work alone, but we still have to be under the supervision of a physician. They don't have to be in the building, but we have to be able to contact them if we need them.
Mm-hmm. Mm-hmm.
But yeah, physician assistant is a big big program now. I mean, it's a lot of people going into the field.
Yeah.
And we need more.
So now who's the doctor in your office now?
Dr. Charles Parrish.
Okay.
Mm-hmm.
And that's at the.
That's at Bardstown Ambulatory Care, which is now part of Kentucky One Health.
Okay.
Yeah.
And when is that? What are the hours that they're open?
We are open 8 to 8 is our hours. We lock the doors at 7:30, but we'll see anybody that's still in the waiting room at that time. So that really varies, and that's Monday through Saturday.
Okay.
Right now we're not open on Sundays. You know, that may be in the future though.
Mm-hmm. Mm-hmm.
So we see family practice, urgent treatment, you know, a little bit of everything.
Mm-hmm.
Stitches, broken bones.
Mm-hmm.
A little bit of
So you see them just like a doctor would.
right.
Then.
And if we need help, we have Dr. Parrish that we can call, or he's there with us on some days of the week.
Mm-hmm.
And we just ask for their help, or we'll call the surgeon and ask their opinion, or the orthopedic and ask their opinion.
Mm-hmm.
You know, just like a doctor would. You know, if they need help.
And you're working full time.
Mm-hmm.
And you're still going to where else?
I work in Bardstown full time. We work
Okay.
3 12-hour shifts, and then over here with Dr. Taylor, I work 2 half days. I work Wednesdays and Fridays, Wednesday afternoon, Friday morning, and then I'm doing some physicals. They're called PHAs for the Army right now. It's for people who are going to be deployed or are coming back, or even the reserves. We're doing them for them. They're required to have 1 a year. So that's a lot of soldiers that need physicals.
Yeah.
It's not really hands-on physicals. It's more evaluations, asking questions, seeing if they need to be referred elsewhere.
I see. That's
exciting.
something new. Yeah.
It is.
Really.
I've just started doing that. I got into it a couple of years ago, but they never did call and ask me to serve. So until this past weekend, and I served my first time. So
Okay.
I've signed up for some more.
And they just call you to.
They call me when, or well, they give us some dates to choose from. There's always, available dates, and there's a lot of PAs and MPs that have signed up. So they just choose you randomly on who they want you, when they want you. So it's interesting.
Well, Nancy, I know that your mother, Betty, is very proud of you. She's a BPW member, and as Jenny is, and
Yes.
you are. Yes. You just don't get to come to many of our meetings, Nancy,
I'm working at
because you're
night.
working all the time.
Yes.
Yeah.
Yeah.
And so we're going to have to get Andrea next.
Yes.
And so I just want to. I know that you've also helped in the community, and particularly you're volunteering at St. Dominic School and St. Dominic Church.
Occasionally they'll ask me to do some physicals, which I help with, and then I serve on the Washington County Health Board, but we don't have too many meetings for that. But yeah, it's
What does the health board do?
just more or less just the issues with drainage and clean water, purification, that kind of thing.
Making sure our environmental needs here in the county are
Right.
being met.
Yes.
That's good to know.
Yeah.
That's good news. And so I just want to tell you congratulations
Thank you.
on behalf of the listening audience. And I would like to say that I know that you're an inspiration to other women to believe in themselves and their ability to be what they want, be whatever they want to be.
Yeah.
And to stay with it regardless, of having children and all the things that tie you down. Otherwise, people say all the time, I don't have time for this, I don't have time for that. Well, you proved otherwise, Nancy.
If you want to do it, it can be done.
Yeah.
The majority of the time.
Yes, yeah. So thank you for your service to our community, because as I said, everyone loves Nancy.
Oh.
And you're a good physician assistant, and we appreciate that.
Well, thank you. Appreciate being here.
Yeah, so
Thank you very
thanks.
much.